Hi everybody. I'm going to talk about the cleanse and fast that I just did last week. I really wanted to do a reset for my body, for my mental. And the best way I think to do that is to start off with a cleanse/fast. Now, the last time that I did an official fast was in 2020. I did about 6 days of kind of clean eating and intermittent fasting, which means I basically didn't eat through half of the day. I would eat after like noon or 2 p.m. This time around, I wanted to do something that was a little bit more by the book. So I YouTubed how to fast, and Dr. Layla Africa's video on YouTube really resonated with me, and I felt like it was just a really kind of good, responsible way of doing a cleanse/fast. And the way that he recommends is to do 3 days of kind of clean eating, mostly fruits and vegetables. Please watch his video to kind of get a really good sort of detailed account of how to do a cleanse and fast, where you sort of graduate to fasting for 1 day and then you kind of come off of it the same way that you went on. So the first day you're going to allow yourself to eat fruit, or if you wanted to just do like a 7-day juice fast, you would really juice a lot of fruit, you would juice some vegetables. The second day you would do fewer fruit, maybe no vegetable, and then the third day you would really only have 1 fruit, and you would mostly have water. The fourth day is only water, and then the 5th day is like 1 or 2 fruit, mostly water. The 6th day would be, a few more fruits, maybe a veg or 2. Depending on how strict you want to do it. If you really wanted to be strict, again, it would only be juice. And then the 7th day, is it the 7th day? Yeah, 7th day is kind of like getting back to normal, where you're going to just like eat fruits and vegetables or juice fruits and vegetables, again, depending on how strict you wanted to make your cleanse/fast. So what I did was sort of a variation of that, where I did allow myself to eat, except for on the day of fasting, which is the 4th day. So what did I eat? Well, I made sure that I had, a variety of fruits and vegetables to eat and juice. I had grapefruit. I love grapefruit. Like, grapefruit is one of my staple fruits at this point. I also had pineapple, grapes, avocados, cucumbers. The first day I made a vegetable medley, which consisted of cauliflower, mushrooms, onions, and beets, and I had that for dinner. I did allow myself to snack on pistachios and dates and apricots throughout the cleanse, and I also had some special teas, a tea blend that consisted of a cleansing tea that I got from Juhudi Ma'at Raw Herbs, mixed in with some herbs of my own. And then I also made sure that I had a milk thistle dandelion detox tea to make sure that, my liver was really getting cleansed during this time. Day 1, day 2, day 3, I did kind of gradually eat less and juice more. I did have a juice powder mix, a superfood powder mix that I mixed with water each day that has a probiotic blend in it. So Dr. Layla Africa, he does recommend a whole bunch of herbs and supplements and a digestive enzyme while doing this. Instead of taking a digestive enzyme, I decided to drink this juice that has like a probiotic supplement already in it. And I think that that sort of helps to break down the roughage a little bit, and so you're not so like gassy. Right, so you know, besides the water, I did have the tea, I did have this juice mix, and then I did juice also, like beets, celery, carrots, that kind of stuff. So the fourth day was definitely the water day. The mid third day, fourth day, really feeling it. Had a headache, feeling sluggish, you know, and that's when you know, like, okay, so your body's really getting rid of the waste that it doesn't need anymore. The toxins are leaving your body. So after that fourth day, the water fast day, I remember day 5 waking up again, sort of feeling a little bit hungry, but oddly enough, in the middle of that day, day 5, I began to feel the euphoric feeling that I recall from the last fast that I did 2 years ago. And I think that's sort of the sweet spot of a fast or cleanse that a lot of people talk about, you know, when your body starts producing, you know, its natural endorphins, and, you know, any kind of like fruit that you eat is like the most delicious fruit that you've ever had. So yeah, day 5 was really good, and I really felt like, okay, this is what I did this for. This feels really nice. I went back on eating, so I had a half a grapefruit, I had a handful of grapes, I had some canned pineapple, and I remember eating those pretty early in the morning. So, you know, my body was like ready to eat after that water day fast. Obviously everybody's different. I'm pretty active, I'm moving around, I do a lot of stuff. So maybe that's why, you know, I need a little bit more energy. Maybe other people can, you know, go longer, or, you know, they don't really need to eat right away, but I kind of felt like I wanted to eat right away, so I did. Again, I had my super green juice with added herbs and supplements. In terms of the supplements, I'm not going to kind of go into detail. I generally take quite a few herbs and supplements. You know, if you're interested, you know, you can ask, and maybe I can put them down in the comments or something. I had mango and avocado, banana late in the afternoon, and then like lots of water, lots of tea. So by day 6, day 7, for dinner, I was allowing myself to eat quinoa for dinner. But, you know, I was still kind of keeping up with just like fruits and really simple vegetables, like, you know, cucumber. If cucumber is even a vegetable, I don't know if that's, I think it's a vegetable. Anyway, right. So that's kind of what I did and how I did it. Here are some tips that I want to make sure you guys have before you go. Make sure you're prepared. I recommend a juicer. If you don't have a juicer, you could use a blender and then use like a fine mesh strainer to strain out the pulp. However, a juicer is easier, and, you know, a juicer is just kind of great to have. You don't need a lot of juice. I feel like there's a misconception, like when you're juice, you need to drink like this big thing of juice. Like, it's going to take a lot of fruits and vegetables to make not that much juice. And juice is essentially, you know, all the nutrients in liquid form. And so you don't really need a lot of it to get the nutrients that your body needs. So if you have like one little 8-ounce glass of juice, that should be fine for a whole entire meal. And then you also have water on top of that. Like you want to have 3 cups of water to 1 cup of juice. You can drink the juice just as juice, or you can water it down. I like to water down my juice. So I like to drink the water with my juice. But again, just like make sure that you know what you're doing. Like if you're going to do the blender sieve method, you know, just kind of be prepared to take that extra time, you know, and add that to your regular routine. Also make sure you have enough fruits and vegetables for the week. And then finally, just make sure that you don't have a lot going on that week so you can really focus on your health and wellness. You know, this is a time that is a little bit sort of taxing on your mental because, you know, you're really having to fight off those cravings. You know, your mood might dip a little bit, so you might be kind of on edge. So just be mindful of that. Make sure that you're not stressed out with other things, that you don't have a lot of other things going on, so you can really focus on, you know, the task at hand. Number 2, I want to give you guys some hunger hacks. So, you know, for when you do become hungry or you have cravings, you want to make sure that you are occupied, that your hands are busy with, your hands are busy, your mind is busy, you're busy, you're able to substitute, you know, something for eating. For me, I made a bird feeder. You know, doing stuff around the house, you know, writing, whatnot. Just make sure that you have some stuff to do and keep yourself busy. Drinking a lot of water is great. However, water gets boring. So I would definitely recommend getting lots of lemons and limes for that week, so you can make sure that you have lemon lime water. Key limes are awesome. Not only do lemons and limes detoxify the bloodstream, they're also super delicious. So it's kind of like having this little treat when you're doing, so it's like, you know, it takes a little bit of the sting out of the cleanse fast process, I think, in my opinion. Make sure you have stuff that you can snack on easily. I got clementines. I also have dried fruit, like I said, dates, raisins, apricots, pistachios. So make sure that you have like just kind of quick little things that you can pop in your mouth other than potato chips and cookies, right? Make sure that you have those kind of things on hand for when you do get a craving. Obviously, if you're doing the really strict version of this, you wouldn't be having those things, but I did allow myself to have those things. And then finally, a hunger hack, I think, is to go out and enjoy nature, to take your shoes off and ground yourself wherever you can, in the grass, on some stone. You know, make sure that you are taking the time to breathe. Look at the birds and the butterflies. Appreciate your kitties. Here's my kitty. Oh, here's my kitty. Yeah, just practice mindfulness. If you do feel hungry, you get some cravings, literally go outside, take your shoes off, put your feet in the dirt, put your hands in the dirt, breathe, you know, take the time to appreciate the beauty of life and the abundance that's all around you, without having to engage in other sensory pleasure outside of just being, if that makes any sense. And then finally, my last tip for this cleanse fast is to keep a journal. I think that it's important to keep a journal anyway, but you know, once you get through like 4, 5, 6 days of this, you will have insights into certain things going on in your life. If it's something that you need to heal from, or if it's a lesson that needs to be learned, if it's a direction that you need to go in for your career, or if it's, you know, an aspect of yourself that you need to understand a little bit better in order to improve your communication or your relationships. Whatever it is, it's very interesting. This period of cleansing really helps to clear your head up and allow you to access kind of clearer information from, let's say, maybe your higher self. So be ready for that, right? Like, because you'll be like, oh wow, that's interesting. Oh, that's a cool thought, you know. Just write it down. Make sure that you are ready to, you know, have that information, to take that information seriously, seriously enough to, you know, put it in writing. So that's pretty much it. And I, you know, really encourage everybody to try a cleanse. If you can do it a fast. If you can start by doing intermittent fasting, that's a great way to practice fasting. So that means, like, you know, don't eat until noon, 1 o'clock. Yeah, it's a great way to, you know, manage your weight, but it's also just a great way to let your body rest and rejuvenate. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and also share your experience with cleansing and fasting with me down in the comments. Okay, bye everybody.